Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Michelle, and today I'm going to be sharing what I've been reading for the first half of August. So I share on my channel what I've been reading on a monthly basis. I'll link up some of the previous ones below. But my go-to books are usually nonfiction. That's really what I enjoy reading. But this past couple weeks, I've really made an effort to kind of try different things. And one of the things I wanted to try was romance books. Now, I've never been a person that looked for romance books. I've never been a person that was really, obsessed with rom-coms, or I wouldn't consider myself a romantic person. But in my library book club that I'm a part of, a couple months ago, we read the book Heartstopper. I'll put a picture up here. And it's definitely, a teen romance type thing. And it was really cute and sweet. And it made me realize that maybe I should try this genre more. Maybe I should give it a chance, because I've really never read any romance type books. So I figured I'd give it a shot. So I'm going to show you what I read. So the first thing I read was, this is a Prime Day purchase. I got the box set, the first 4 books of the Bridgerton series, which I'll talk more in depth in a minute. And then for myself, I saw on Mama Librarians, and I'll link the video down below for you, she got a Once Upon a Book Club box. This is a subscription box, or they have pre-order or ready to ship boxes, so you can just buy individual boxes as well. And I thought that was such a cool idea, and I'll get more into that. But both of them are romance themed. So I'm going to turn you around and talk about some of the books. So like I said, this is the Bridgerton series, and I got this on Prime Day. It was $20 to get all 4 books. Now, I have watched the series on Netflix prior to reading these. So I will say that the characters in the stories, I already have a picture of them in my mind from watching this show, but I really did enjoy these books. Now, I did read Queen Charlotte prior to this, and I've seen Queen Charlotte as well on Netflix. Wasn't a fan of that, but I really was a fan of these books. So I'll put them in the order that I actually really liked them. All right, so this is Antony's story. First season of Netflix. It's the same thing. I thought this was really good. And it's funny because the Netflix series has, like 8 episodes. They're each an hour long. But I feel like the books had more character development. I think because you see, or you can read the inner dialogue of the characters, you get a better sense of them. And especially in this first one, there was an entire backstory of Kate that wasn't really in the Netflix series at all. So I felt like I understood that character better, especially since Kate is seen as a very strong character in the Netflix series. But this one shows a lot more of her vulnerability and her insecurity, which I really appreciate seeing, and I really enjoyed this. I read this one in 2 days. This one is Benedict's story, so I'm curious because that will be the next one that comes out on the Netflix series to see how they did it. But I really, really like this one as well. I feel like it's a darker story than the rest of them. And when I first started reading it, I was very like, oh my God, this is kind of like a Cinderella ripoff, because it's, this girl, she is a bastard, so she's out of wedlock child, and she eventually ends up becoming servants to her, mean stepmother and stepsisters. And I was like, is this really gonna be good? But once I got past the first couple chapters, I was like, yes, this was actually really good. And again, I like the characters and how they're explained, and I feel like you get more out of the characters from the book. So I really enjoyed this. I read this one in a day. This one is Colin and Penelope's story, which I really do enjoy the Netflix version of this. And I have to say, this is my order. So this is my favorite book, and this is my favorite in the series. Next, obviously Benedict's story hasn't come out, so I can't really say that in the series. Next would obviously be Penelope and Colin's story. Very sweet. I feel like Kate and Antony was more of a grown-up type of love, and this was more of a, your first type of love, the first relationship you're really in. But again, I feel like you're given more with the characters and more vulnerability within this. Although I think the show did an excellent job, I feel like the character development was better in the book. And then The Duke and I, this is of course Daphne and Simon. Not a fan of the season 1 or the book. It was all right. Again, I feel like in the book, Daphne is a more confident character than she comes off in the show. I feel like she's more shy and reserved, while in the book I feel like she was more assertive. So I liked it, but it was my least favorite one. So this would be the order that I really enjoyed the book. If you've read the books, please let me know what was your favorite one of them. But I do plan on getting the next set of books because each Bridgerton has their own books. And it's funny because I feel like in especially Colin and Penelope, although these are supposed to be about, the Bridgerton characters, I feel like the Netflix series is more about Penelope than Colin, but I feel like this was more equally distributed, and I kind of like the ending more of this one, but that's just me. But I will get the next set, the 5 through 8, I believe, which is the continuation of the other siblings, Bridgerton siblings. Really enjoyed that, though. So next was my Once Upon a Book subscription box. And I got the young adult. So like I said, you can get a monthly subscription box or you can just get the pre-made boxes, and they have different genres. They had a sale going on, whereas if you bought 2 boxes, pre-made boxes, you got 25% off. And then they had their Christmas in July sale, which was the holiday themed boxes, so Christmas, Halloween, were discounted. So I bought this one because I was looking through, and this is one that seemed like it would be interesting to me. I bought another one for my 11-year-old, which I believe is a middle grade, and then I bought the Christmas one. So this is the Once Upon Young Adult Book Club. So if you open it up, this is the book that came. And the reason I got this is Gwen and Art are not in love. And the tagline or the review for this was, it's like Heartstopper meets A Knight's Tale. I really like A Knight's Tale movie, and I really like the book and the Netflix series Heartstopper. So I'm like, this is probably a good young adult romance that I would enjoy. And I really did enjoy this book. It's something I would not have qualms about giving my 11-year-old. There is, a couple F-bombs dropped in the book. There is some violence because there's some battles in the book. But all of the, love scenes are very PG, just kissing, very first relationships, dating type things. So I really enjoyed it. I thought the story was good. I thought the characters were funny. And it's definitely aimed at that, I would say, young adult frame, that first relationships, but also it's about finding yourself, accepting yourself, which I think is a great theme for any age. But you can see throughout here there's post-its that tell you to open a gift, and the gift corresponds with a page number. So I'm going to show you what I got. So this was page 204, so towards the, let's go in order. So the first one was page 21, and I love these boxes. I love that they don't cheap out on the gifts. Everything was really good quality. So the first one, page 21, was talking about ink. So you get this glass bottle, and it's Inkwell bath salt, and it's so cute, and it smells really, really good, and it's got lavender. You can't really see well in there. It's got sea salt and lavender and dried flowers and stuff. Now, I'm not a bath person, but I could use this in the shower. And I love that these are also gifts you could easily re-gift if it's not something you're into. These are really cute and high quality gifts, I think. And it survived shipping without any issues. So that was the first one. Next, I believe, was this one. And this was another book, and I have not read this book yet. I had to get through all of my other books first, and it's called Our Crooked Hearts. But I'm excited because, again, I'm trying to broaden my horizons with the types of books I read something besides nonfiction, and something besides, what my oldest is reading or what we're reading in school. I'm trying to broaden my horizons. So I look forward to reading that. If you've read it, let me know if you liked it. Next is 204. So this is a really, it's an embroidered scarf, which it was talking about embroidery in the book, but it's really, really pretty. But this is actually really, really cute, and I wish I could kind of, show you the length of it. It's long, but it's totally my style, and I love that it's kind of got that medieval look to it, that classic look, but you can see it's really, really pretty. So I was actually really excited for this. And then the last one that they were talking about in the book, a necklace that one of the characters wore for protection. So this was the necklace. And I love that everything's kind of labeled Once Upon a Book Club, so it's very, and you can buy just the gifts on one of the tabs on their website, but I think this is cute, and I totally am a person that wears like crystals and things like that, so amethyst. I will definitely wear that. And then of course it does come with some other little paper things, bookmarks, and then they have little author, the author signature autograph about the author. So you can see this is the personal autograph, which, I'm not really super like, oh my god, but it's nice. And then a little conversation with the author, discussion questions. You can join the Facebook group, things like that, a little recipe. So it was really fun. I really love that it was something for just myself. And I love that I get little gifts throughout reading. I don't need motivation to read, but it is nice to get a little gift and not know what it is, something just for me. So these were the books I read in the first 2 weeks of August. I will have another what I read book in August. There'll be more, nonfiction, normal things I tend to read. But I just wanted to highlight these because I did really enjoy these. And if you have any, romance suggestion books, let me know in the comments below. I recently got a couple, and I'm definitely looking for different types of books to read. So if you have suggestions, always let me know in the comments. If you have any questions about anything I showed you, let me know in the comments below. If not, thank you for watching.